He's an asshole, man. That dude's an asshole and he knows it.
From the mean streets of Brooklyn to the rough neighborhoods in Boise, Idaho, we now present the Goonberg Report. Alright, everybody, this is Mayor Goonberg. Like I said, once again, people are like, I'm making a video also. People ask me, what's up with Boise? I like Boise, man. I moved out here to chill. Not a lot of us, but, you know, I hang to myself, so I'm not phased. I can live anywhere in the world, basically. Don't matter to me. Just give me some chicks and some money, and, you know, and a car, too, and the video equipment. I'm good to go. But we're going to continue our talk here. I talked about part one, and this is going to be part two of my experience as far as in the beginning stages. And we're going to talk about that topic that everybody hates to talk about from a male perspective. We're going to talk about child support again. This is going to be part two. We stopped off at the beginning when I started. I stopped off at the agreement part. And let me say this again. Yes, there are deadbeat dads. Yes, there are no good motherfuckers who just don't want to pay. But my situation and many, many, many others like me have been through this situation. This is more often than not. So let's go ahead. Okay, if you last remember my last video, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm doing it right now. Maybe this is part one or part two, or maybe agreement or whatever. I explained how my situation, how I got behind, and it wasn't through my fault. It was through fuckery where she was still going in and at it with her boyfriend. They claimed a kid, and all of a sudden, my son was found to be mine, this and that. Okay, we're at the agreement. She fucking stabbed me in the back at the court hearing saying, you know, no, we don't have an agreement. And then, okay, that's where I left off. So I'm looking at her, and like I said, I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. We walk out. We walk to our cars. She's bouncing around smiling. I know she's being fucking slick with it, but I held I checked myself. I said, all right. And then she goes, well, where do we go from here? I said we'd be parents. We co-parent. So I thought, okay. Fast forward. Now I'm married, kids, all this. All of a sudden, she wants to fuck with me. Literally fuck with me, as far as not like fuck me, sleep together. She wants to fuck with me in my marriage. And like I said, that's another story I might talk about, because that's another motherfucker right there at hand. My ex-wife. Woohoo! These are two broads who I seriously regret dealing with. The outcomes I learned from, but as far as mess with these two, whoo! Let's go back. I'll talk about that another day. So it was me. One time it was me and my ex-wife, and there was my child's mom and a friend of hers. And I know her friend's real cool with my youngest brother. Okay. So when we got married, we went to this. We were married for a minute. So we went to a nightclub where I lived at, and she thought she was gonna be slick, and she went to the DJ, and then she announced that happy marriage to me and her. We knew we were comfortable. We watched them do it, and plus people told us they did it. And so right then and there, I was like, I got nothing to do with this. You poked the bear. So she went after her. My wife went after her. They scared it out the club. They ran, and that was that. So they would poke the bear. I'd tell her to ignore it, man. You know what the fuck going on. I want to get my son there. He was on rock star status, and this continued out throughout the situation. He was always on rock star status when I'd ask for him, and that's why I don't blame him. Up until he's 18 years old. After that, he's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. If you don't want to come around me, it is what it is. He's a grown man. I'm not chasing him. But let me get back to the story. So we did that, and then the arrearages. They were fucking with me on the arrearages. Now, mind you, I'm still paying. I'm giving them money. Bang, bang. I'm paying them. But it wasn't to her liking, and she sped the process up. So I think I might have mentioned this before. This is where they put the warrant on me. And this is, I was living in Ohio, and what happened was I was still paying. But all of a sudden, there's one time, this is when me and my wife separated. Because we were having our peers, we were separating, get back together, and then it was just like, I was just like, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. But that's another video. So what happened was, I came home one weekend. I had to work, so I came home. I'm blasting my car like it was summer. I had the top down. All of a sudden I come home, my dad's looking at me crazy. He said, what are you doing here? I was like, what do you mean what I'm doing here? He goes, you know there's a warrant out for your arrest? I was like, what? I started laughing. I said, you messing with me, right? He showed me the paper, the letter. Now, mind you, they had my address in Ohio, but they didn't mail it there because she played stupid or whatever. They gave me my parents' address where I would stay, like when I came home where I'd stay with my brothers. So I was like, all right. And they kept calling my parents out saying I need to call them, this, that, and the third. I said, all right, cool. So I call when I get back to Ohio. I ain't going to call one in Pennsylvania because they trace your call and know where I'm at and arrest me, and then I'll explain the story down the road where it wouldn't be worth my advantage. So I called up there. I said, what's going on? And they said, you want to come in and take care of this warrant? I was like, first of all, I don't know I had a warrant out for my arrest. I said, I'm paying my child support. And I guess it's a form. I guess if they pressed the issue, I don't know how that really works. But somehow I had a warrant for my arrest and I was paying child support. And so what happened was I was paying. And he said, you want to come and take care of this? I said, well, if I come and take care of it, I said, well, I won't be released right away, will I? He said, no, we'll have to arrest you, and depending on when you come in. He said, if I came in on like a Friday, I'd probably have to wait till that Monday. I said, so you mean to tell me I'd have to sit over the weekend? I said, I couldn't be bailed out or something? He said, we wouldn't know about that till you came in. Well, back in my mind, I couldn't take that chance. Because like I said, why am I going to go dig this? Let me put it out to you like this, and then you'll understand why. So I said to him, I said, let me get this right. I come in, I get arrested. Lord knows when I have my case. So I could be sitting there say I came in on a Friday, I could be sitting there till Monday. I could be down there sitting there till Wednesday hell, I could be sitting there till next Friday for the caseload, or the judge on vacation, or whatever brouhaha is going on, right? He goes, yeah, that's what it sounds like. I said, oh, okay. I said, no, given that, I said, I'm paying child support, and I'm paying my rearages now. I said, why would I come in and turn myself in and lose my job? You're not getting paid right now. And then if you say I'm going to trial for this, that, and the third, I just lost my job. So what way can I pay for car child support? He goes, yeah. He goes, I know it's not fair, but it's the law. I said, he was being cool with me. I ain't gonna lie, he was being cool with me. So I was like, I wasn't being a dick about it. I was just like explaining my situation. I said, well, what happens out here if they say they catch me? He goes, more likely they'll arrest you for a weekend or a day, and they'll call us and we won't come get you because your warrant's only a child support. It ain't nothing major. It's not like you killed everybody or drug dealer or something like that. He goes, did you? That's not that I'm aware of. We start laughing. Yeah. Some of y'all ain't laughing at that one. But that's what happened. And I was kind of heated. I'm like back on line, like, this bitch fucking put the pressure on. I said, this mother, and that's the one, and a lot of people didn't know that. And they wonder why I stopped fucking talking to her. Once you do that to me, I'm fucking done. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could, look, I cut people off for fucking less, but if you went to the police on me, and apparently you went for no good fucking reason, man, fuck out of here. But like I explained to Sheriff, I said, I'm paying you. I said, all because she wants her money and say I'm not paying her, even though you got records of me paying? He said, yeah, you'll have to come bang that out. And I said, so when I get if I turn myself in, I'll just get an apology, right? He goes, more likely. I said, that wouldn't be worth it for me to come in and lose my job. Then I'll be behind a further child support, and I wouldn't have a way to pay that, right? He goes, yeah. I said, you can see the delay. He goes, I understand, but it's how the law is. She's said this, and this. So I stayed out here, and she wouldn't drop that warrant for over a year or 2 or 3. Real shit. I wasn't behind. It was that she didn't get all that money. And I ain't gonna lie, I could have easily paid all that money off. There's no problem. I could have gave it this cut of check. But it was like, people who know me know, unless I think something's worth it, and it has nothing to do with my son, because I was still giving this fucking rich money under the table. Or as they say, a gift. So then ain't like I'm taking food out my son's mouth. He was getting money whenever she cried to my mother. And I said I send money home and she'd pick it up. She had no problem doing that. But like, so I couldn't go home for like a year or two because I didn't settle the warrant. So when I finally settled the warrant, I did it on my vacation. That way, if it took a week or so, it was good to go. So I settled the warrant, apologies. I said, man, I don't have nothing against y'all guys. Y'all just doing your job. I said, I'm more mad at her because I said, you guys to know this was bullshit, right? They're like, yeah, we know. I was like, all right. So she did that. So, and then everybody's like, well, how come you don't fuck with her? I'm like, and I never told anybody this story. Like, if you were in my circle, I only told people in my circle, and that's because I know my circle doesn't tell everybody. But that's what happened. So after that, I was just like, well, it's fuck me, it's fuck you too, bitch. And that's how the mentality I had. And I had that mentality. But I never was really mad as far as like mad at her. Like, I was just like, just do you, I'll do me. When my son needs something, and like I want him to come visit me, she always had an excuse. But like I said, my parents every year used to go on vacation to like South Carolina, Florida. They'd rent a timeshare or rent a house out. I could never go because this was at the time I was working. Believe it or not, I was working. Of course you don't believe you're fucking cat. Fuck out of here. At the time I was working 7 days a week. This was real shit. This was back in Barack Obama. This was back in like when the prices of food were so low that you were buying shit and getting twofers and all that like crazy. And I was working at a food processing plant. So we were working 7 days a week, and at the time I was just working to grab all the money I could get. So, because like I said, I had child support, I had a family, and I had my lifestyle to live. So, after the warrants and all that, I was still, and here's nothing. Let me tell you folks, let me tell you men, or you ladies know, if you give her money, say he needs a new pair of shoes, which I was doing, birthday, Christmas, he was getting money. Or if he ever needed something, he had to go somewhere, getting money. When he was going on vacation with my parents, he was getting money from me. All that to the courts, this is why I think the courts are a bullshit system. All that is a gift. That's not child support. Even though you think it's child, they don't give a fuck if you think it's child support. The courts say that's a gift. Now I could ride with that. But don't sit there and call me a deadbeat knowing what I'm doing for. Like she took advantage of my principles in my standings. See, I believe I don't have to run my mouth off in the streets. I don't have to run my business into the streets. She believed that because she came from a weak bloodline. So she would run my business down, and then I got slick. I would send my money to certain people where she would have to get it off of them. And then she couldn't run me couldn't run me down because they know. Well, now I know that's like I know Stacy was paying because he sent the money to my house and I gave it to her. See, that's how I had to play that game. But I never said nothing because sometimes you gotta shut your mouth and play the role, and that's how I did it. And that was kind of my experience with child support. It wasn't I'll talk more about it. Don't get me wrong, but that was this is how I'm showing you how people. The state can make you a deadbeat, and you don't even aware of it because you don't know your rights. So this is only part 2. Maybe I'll just start to look up some more topics to discuss because, like I said, I have 18 years, and like I said, I was helped to the women who I knew was on child support, who I was cool with. They helped me out a lot. They showed me the ropes. They showed me how to beat the system because they were using the system to get from their kids' fathers. So I mean, it's just messed up that it had to go down this road. And like I said, I have no animosity towards her. I mean, it's one of them deals where I don't wish death. I don't wish nothing terrible to happen to her. But at the same fucking time, I don't wish her to hit fucking Powerball fucking either. Now, well, I'm not that stupid. But that's how it is, and I'll talk about more about this. I'll talk about how guys can get out of this debt, how you can do this and do that. But I wanted to give you these 2 videos showing I know what I'm talking about. I've been through the system, child support system. I've seen it. I've been through it. Well, it is what it is. So Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, I have no problem doing videos about it because, like I said, I could easily charge and do other bullshit, but I want these young men to learn because a lot of you guys are setting yourself up for failure, believing in what the fuck she's saying. And first rule, don't believe anything she fucking tells you when it comes to kids. If you think the worst is going to happen, you'll always be prepared. So this is Mayor Goomberg, and this has been the Goomberg Report. Peace out.